A real quick video. Today is Joseph's birthday, so I'm going to be making what we call lasagna soup, and that's from Jenny, our friend. And right now he's taking a nap, but we've just been doing some fun things with him. We realized today he'd been fighting multiple myeloma for 6 years now, no, 7 years now. So he's still fighting strong, but I just want to get on here real quick. I just want to talk about the steps that I took to change my mindset, the techniques that I use. First of all, I had to have the desire to make a change. I'd been able to make some physical changes with my thyroid years ago, about 15 years ago. And I didn't really look at mindset then, but I knew it was going to be different this time when I wanted to reclaim my health. So I knew a little bit more about mindset, so I started looking into that. So the first thing I did was I started Googling, which that was horrible. Totally different than it was the first time I went out there. Basically, if you want to find something that says your point of view, you'll find it. So I knew I was going to have to stay more with academia. I was going to have to look more at studies. But doing that, I got to where I kept hearing neuroplasticity a lot. And so I started looking into that. And basically, I can go into all the sciencey part of it, but basically is we're not stuck anymore with our brain being wired the way we thought once we were an adult. That was it. No, it's not like that anymore. We can do things. So today I want to talk to you about the stuff that I've done, and actually at the end I want to be able to tell you how I can help you. So we can take those negative experiences and those emotions. That's a big one. And I've talked about that quite a bit. So we can take those emotions and make them not as quite as charged so that we can continue to live the way we want to live. And I'm going to put in the comments also, I was able to find a course because I can't go out. I have to be at home. I can't go to the therapist every week and nothing like that. So after a lot of searching, I did find something that really made a big difference for me. So I'm going to put that in the comments. And like I said before, I do use apps on my phone. I do use affirming statements on my phone because what I'm doing is rewiring. Okay. So, you have those days that are horrible, and we all have them. So if you had something that just popped up and said you're worthy to have a good life, and that's all it said, it really makes a big difference. Okay. And just think about that for a second. And then, think about the things that have happened in your life or the kind of day you've had, things like that. So it's always nice to hear something good. And the thing is, those build up. It's over and over. It's repetition. And next, I do meditate. I do a lot of visualization. I literally write down what I want for my life. And I'm very, very specific. So I know it sounds a little hippy-dippy to some people, but if you pray, be very, very specific is what I'm saying. And it will take a lot of repetition. And that's why I do certain things every day. Like I told you, I write every day. I meditate every day. I make a gratitude journal every day. And I'll use myself as an example for sometimes we do need to rewire. For whatever reason, I talked about this yesterday in my chat, but for whatever reason, I was just scared all the time. Mom and Dad, they did the best they could. There wasn't any real reason why I was like that. It's my personality. And how with your personality, you can have something happen to you. Another person can have the same thing happen to them, and you see it totally different. And that's obviously what happened for me. There wasn't any specific reason. But also, as a teenager, I was bullied a lot because I had thick glasses. I had red hair, which was not in at the time. And I was smart. And girls weren't supposed to be smart. And so my parents knew I was bullied, but they didn't know to the extent. And I wasn't going to tell them because they were both teachers, and I didn't want to make it worse. And also, there was the accidental fro. So anybody that was around saw it. But thank goodness I didn't have to have braces. But at some point in my 30s, I finally realized I just need to quit being afraid all the time. So I started doing those things where you just start doing things a little more that you're not used to. And it did serve me very well up to a point. And now that I'm reclaiming my health, I knew I was going to have to go a little bit further. And that's when I started doing the rewiring. And to be honest, some of the things I've done on here with videos, I would have never done. I definitely would have never rewatched any videos, and I can now. So that right there is priceless. So like I said, I'm going to be putting that in there. And I'm also, I've been training, and I still got more training to do, but so for right now, it's still free. But I do what's called Aroma Freedom Technique. And what that is a very, very simple, and we do use oils, so I have a link in there, the oils that I use, and it helps you get the charge out of the emotions. It helps you get past some things memories you've had, and the great thing is you don't have to tell me what they are, because that's a lot of people's concern. Is I don't want to tell, well, I don't even want to tell, so, and I don't need it. I don't need to know. It's not necessary. But I am still being trained, so that will be available too. And I have a link to my scheduling and a link to the oils that I use. So if you haven't guessed on the review yet, be sure you do that for tomorrow. And you're not going to guess it. And you're also going to go, Jennifer, but that's okay. So I'll talk to you soon.